Hey everybody, on tonight's episode of Live from the Shop, I thought I'd cover something that I get asked about frequently, and that's accelerator pump covers on a traditional Holley carburetor and the issue that comes with them leaking. Over time, this is from a 50 cc accelerator pump cover, so it's a little bit thicker through here. The traditional 30 cc pump covers are a little bit thinner in here, but what happens over time, this is a cast part, and over time this starts to get a bit of warp and it gets taken apart, a few dozen times. Internal components get replaced. When you're servicing a carb, or if you're fighting with this assembly leaking and you get weeping around here, fuel leaks, etc., when you disassemble this and you clean it and you replace the gasket here, and you're doing a service on the carb, take a few minutes and do a couple quick things. It'll save you a world of headaches. The first thing is that these holes sometimes start to get mushroomed over, turned in, and when you go to put the screws in, the screw actually fights its way into the hole instead of just dropping in nicely. If you quickly run a drill bit through there and resize the hole and get it back to the proper size, the screw won't try to bite its way into the side as you're tightening it down, which could cause as the screw is going in, it's going to actually try to pull the cover up and then try to push it back down as the thread bottoms out. And as you can see, you don't have a lot of thread to work with here. These threads actually aren't very deep, and a lot of times people think this is a wheel stud and they get crazy with how tight they want to make the screw, and they'll pull the thread out or cause other damage. The other thing to look at is this surface. It needs to be clean, obviously, simple stuff like that, but also needs to be flat. So if you have a granite table, a piece of Blanchard round steel, I've used glass, make sure this is flat. You can take a piece of glass or a piece of granite or a nice flat piece of steel, put some like 400 wet sandpaper on it, some WD-40, and give it a quick scrub and make sure that this surface is nice and flat and is going to seal very well to here. I've seen them bend up and curl up like this, and I'll just lay them on a flat steel surface and tap them to get them so they don't rock, so they're closer to flat, and then I'll run them around on a flat surface and make sure that this is got full contact. It'll save you a ton of headaches, and I get asked about it frequently, so I thought I'd share. Have a good night.